Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. Fielded right around the 8. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Pass the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because really has them to just eat the balls and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now it's Fields. Shoves him aside. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards that time. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And some room to run now. Past the 20. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
No bones?
None.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken just inside the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Catch is made by Metcalf. The 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this. Getting negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Harris. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Now Fields. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. On 1st down, it's Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Najee Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Panthers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and
And situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Panthers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, we don't run up the middle. They can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives a running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Succop's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting...
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. 20. 5. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. On 2nd and 9, Fields setting up the screen, Harris. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 12. Loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9, Fields to the right side and complete to Metcalf. He's on only 4 yards there on the play. And a 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun, Fields. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down throw, Fields. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Fields throwing again. Throwing right, and that's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Fields. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Fields now to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. On 2nd and goal. Fields to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That 3rd goal coming up. Can you imagine being in that moment? You really look at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the 1st half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense like we did in the 1st half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, passing play.
Yeah, sometimes you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Succa. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the 10. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Pass complete to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here comes Mooney now in the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. J.K. Dobbins from 17 yards out. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point put through by Saka. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
96 yards on the ground for him so far.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Harris running straight ahead.
They'll get this down to the 38.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here's Fields.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Fields.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
So they tried to get him out of the pocket, but that just flat out did not work to their advantage.
Yeah, it seemed to me that he thought maybe he could run around the pressure, but he just kept putting himself in a worse and worse situation. At some point, cut your losses and just go down.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now,
and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Barno.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a play fake. Wentz steps away to his nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the 4th quarter. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing is Wentz. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. The 20. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
4th down, Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go again with Dobbins. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw. Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented again.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Dobbins trying the left side. And some room to work. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Succa. And the lead now stands at 13. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed it. Incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try to get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 3, second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Well, this was a very close ball game.